Welcome in everybody here to the Booty Scoot Racing channel live on the TikTok platform. You are watching the Madness Racing League Total Non-Stop Action Truck Series. We're getting ready to take on the Chicagoland Speedway, a 1.5 oval mile racetrack. A true asphalt oval, 74,500 sold out asses here tonight in the seats. The Chicagoland Speedway opened it up in 2001 here in Joliet, Illinois. Ladies and gentlemen, we will send you down on here on the racetrack here, where several guys are locking in these race cars, trying to dial them in here. That's the number 4 of Kevin Tankos from Hawthorne, New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, we're moments around the corner. We're moments away, around the corner from the conclusion of practice, and we'll get ready to start up the qualifying session here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Windy City 150. Here's the weather report for tonight. 69 degrees Fahrenheit out here tonight, so kind of a cool night here in Chicago. And the wind is blowing, ladies and gentlemen, but we kind of expect that here tonight. Chicago in the Windy City for the Windy City 150 here. Looks like that's going to be the conclusion of the practice session, and we're getting ready to tackle on qualifying here tonight at Chicagoland. Who's going to be lucky contestant number 1? Looks like it will be the number 4 of Kevin Tankos from Hawthorne, New Jersey. Kevin Tankos looking to pick up the first victory here in the Season 2 Truck Series for him. Daytona kicked it off 2 weeks ago. James Fountain picks up the victory over Nicholas Maynard. There'll be 0.03 at the line. 0.03 of a second separated our first winner here tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to kick things off here for the qualifying session. Kevin Tankos is ripping through the gears here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. He's up on that top line here in Chicagoland. Tons of momentum going to be generated off that line as they'll take it down on the bottom side of the apron here. Kevin Tankos looking to make something shake here tonight in that Budweiser number 4 machine. He's on the clock here tonight for the first time. Kevin Tankos, big loose out of the corner. Is he able to hold on to it? Kevin Tankos with a big save out of the corner for the number 4 Budweiser machine. You know the rules here in qualifying session on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. You go around, it's the next man up. But if you hold on to it, we'll keep it right here. And Kevin Tankos will do just that here as he flowers through turns 3 and 4 here at the Chicagoland Speedway in Joliet, Illinois. Kevin Tankos underneath the camera here. See if we can't get that camera angle fixed for you guys later, as Kevin Tankos is officially on the board here tonight with his first lap. So is Sean Williams, George Stetson. There goes Corey Tesner as well. Corey Tesner currently on the top of the board here. Everybody's starting to pick in some laps here, ladies and gentlemen. You see them as they come in here. James Fountain currently on the board with a 30.74. Kevin Tankos coming through turns 3 and 4. Some huge momentum. Where will this put the number 4 Budweiser machine? P6 on the board. We'll jump over here. That's the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard from Welford, South Carolina. He's on his second lap currently down the back straightaway here. The number 02, Dynamite. Advanced Auto Parts will scrape the wall there, so that'll cost the lap there for Nicholas Maynard. He won't be able to post one here. Here's the number 8 of Corey Tesner. He's rounding out the second place spot currently as they run. Meanwhile, here goes George Stetson from Acola, Florida, but the Boogeyman's wrapping out his, so everybody's closing out their qualifying laps. Here's the number 99 closeout backs. Chevy Silverado of Jerry Powers here. Jerry Powers looking to pick up a victory here for the Madness Racing League Total Non-Stop Action Truck Series, Coming through the tri-oval here at the Chicagoland Speedway. Jerry Powers is on the board here tonight for the first time in a qualifying session, looking to make his name up there in the top left. Keep an eye, James Fountain has posted his second round around. He's faster that time, his second time. James Fountain will increase his lap time to a 30.60 here for the pole position. Corey Tesner about a 10th off right now with a 30.72. Sean Williams will round out that third place spot, but we got Jerry Powers scraping the wall here. Now they'll have to cancel out this lap here, so Jerry Powers is going to have to regain this thing underneath control here and get a better second lap underneath him this time around. Jerry Powers, which looks like Steve will try to top or the bottom side. He'll take the top side again through turns 1 and 2 here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for his qualifying session. Jerry Powers trying to keep that momentum off of turns 2. Generated into turns 3 and 4 here. The closeoutbats.com 99 Chevy Silverado rips the top side of the racetrack here off of turns 3 and 4. Jerry Powers are going to come across the line, ready to flag mids, waving the checker flag for him this time around. Jerry Powers, though, only 12th best here, currently at fastest on the board here. We'll skip over here to the number 81 of Terry Hughes Jr. Driving the 81XI Mobile 1 Ford F-150 from Troy, Alabama, the U.S. Navy veteran. Ripping through the gears here down the back straightaway here. Terry Hughes Jr. trying to make something shake here tonight in Chicagoland. Got tons of sponsors on board here. Mobile 1, the best oil in the business here. Hopping on board with 81XI Racing. Here comes the number 81 Ford F-150 of Terry Hughes Jr. He'll come through the Geico restart zone. He's on the board here in the qualifying session. Terry Hughes Jr. looking to make something shake. Got his younger brother, Trent Hughes, currently posted 14th fastest down there at the bottom of your screen, a 1.71, about a second and 7/10 off the pole of Chase Johnson, who is currently jumped up to the pole of a 30.54. We're just now peeking over there and seeing that for the first time. But Terry Hughes Jr. coming through the turns 3 and 4 here, trying to keep some momentum on the top side of the racetrack here. Terry Hughes Jr., where will he post here on his first lap in the night's qualifying session? Terry Hughes Jr. currently trying to make something shake here. 12th fastest that time around on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. About 4/10 off the pole here. He'll get a little tight off the corner. Have to chase it up the racetrack here. Terry Hughes Jr. down the back straightaway here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, trying to make something shake here tonight. This is the Madness Racing League Total Non-Stop Action Truck Series live here for the Chicagoland Speedway. Terry Hughes Jr. coming through the Geico restart zone to post his final qualifying time. Terry Hughes, P7 here on the board. Looks like Chris Knighty is selling off a turn 4 as well through the Geico restart zone. Where will the Triple Deuce post? Still 15th fastest that time around for the Triple Deuce machine, and that'll close out his qualifying session here tonight. So that looks like that's going to be everybody here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Showtime Chase Johnson on the pole here tonight at the Chicagoland Speedway, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you guys tuning in here to the Madness Racing League Total Non-Stop Action Truck Series for race number 2 for season 2 for the Windy City 150. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you guys to please rise and stand as you're able to for tonight's Star Spangled Banner. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Madness Racing League Total Non-Stop Action Truck Series here. The guys are loaded out here on the grid. We're getting ready to go racing here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Getting ready to kick it off for the drivers' introductions here tonight. See if we can't bring up a little bit of music in the background here for the drivers' introductions to get ready to kick things off here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Billy the Blimp driver just kicked it in the gear here. Looks like starting on the pole here, setting the fastest time tonight in qualifying from Greer, South Carolina, the 2 times Madness Racing League champion, Season 1 Truck Series champion, Chase Johnson. James Fountain driving the number 24 Valvoline Chevy Silverado will start in the 2nd place spot here on the outside and from Greenville, South Carolina. Behind him, starting in the 4th place spot tonight from East Windsor, driving the number 25 Happy Toys Chevy Silverado, that's going to be Sean Williams. And on the inside of him, driving the number 8 the Auto Services LLC, that will be the number 8 of Corey Tesner. Driving the number 81 Mobile 1 81XI chartered entry Ford F-150 from Troy, Alabama. That's the U.S. Navy veteran of Terry Hughes Jr. Holden Wheeler in the Red Horse Toyota TRD Tundra from Mooresville, North Carolina. driving the number 11 here tonight, will shake out the fifth place spot, excuse me, down here on the bottom side. Big Country Kyle Fountain from Clemson, South Carolina, driving the number 59. Tyler's Pub of the Pier Chevy Silverado for the Total Nonstop Action Truck Series, looking to make something shake here tonight. Nicholas Maynard driving the 02 Advanced Auto Parts Ford F-150, the 22-year-old from Welford, South Carolina. John Michael Bryant, your mom's favorite driver, Corey Tesner, is an ass. So that's a big message from John Michael Bryant, the boogeyman here. So we know how he feels about the number 8 machine, the Ford F-150 of the 23 J Money Sense team, John Michael Bryant. Travo Wall driving the number 7 from Pelzer, South Carolina. He's got the Marshall Ford F-150 locked and loaded here tonight and ready to rattle and roll. George Stetson driving the number 56 Metallica Chevy Silverado from Macola, Florida. We're going to make something shake here tonight in Chicago. And on the outside of him will be the 99 CloseoutBats.com Chevy Silverado from Park Ridge, New Jersey of Jerry Powers. Bobby Kyle in the 777 down on the bottom side here from Honorsville, Georgia. He's looking to make something shake here tonight around the Chicagoland Speedway. He comes all the way up here to the north, the 777 of Bobby Kyle, the veteran. Chris Knighty here driving the red, white, and blue Triple Deuce machine from B-Town, Indiana, looking to make something shake. Kevin Tanko's driving the Budweiser number 4 Chevy Silverado from Hawthorne, New Jersey. We've seen him scrape the outside wall there in his qualifying lap. We'll start back here in the back in the Trent Hughes number 18 Nitro Bass Pro Shops Ford F-150. The little brother of Terry Hughes Jr. will round out the 15th place spot. Blake Koschau on the Paint House number 6 machine will start out here in the 16th place spot. And Nicholas Maynard, black flag from aggressive driving at Daytona. He'll have to start the ELL here. He'll start at the back of the line here, but we'll scoot back up here to the front here. Looks like Showtime Chase Johnson's going to be the race leader here. Getting ready to fire him off here. We are green here for the Total Nonstop Action Truck Series Season 2, race number 2 live for the Windy City 150 from the Chicagoland Speedway, side by side, climbing the banking here in the Chicagoland Speedway. A 1.5 mile and a half racetrack here in Joliet, Illinois. We got a packed grandstand here tonight. Chase Johnson trying to break the draft down the back straightaway. Chase Johnson down on the bottom side here. It'll be James Fountain on the top side. Corey Tesner's trying to settle in that number 8 Chevy Silverado down here on the bottom side on the racetrack here. These guys are battling some somewhat cold track conditions here, so it should be slick until we get some heat into the tires here. The sun's glaring through the clouds here at the Chicagoland Speedway. Should be a great day of racing, a pretty day to be out here in the race car. The drivers shouldn't be too hot inside the race car. Meanwhile, everybody else selling back here down the back straightaway here. One lap is in the book here, and you can give it to the Season 1 champion of Chase Johnson, the number 99 closeout bats machine of Jerry Powers coming in tonight's event here. We're going to make something shake here and making his second race ever here for the Truck Series, for the Total Nonstop Action Madness Racing League Truck Series here. He's on the outside trying to work the inside now, the number 23 machine of John Michael Bryant. And out the battle is on here for the 8th place spot here. Jerry Powers looking to get underneath the 23. That's the number 81 of Terry Hughes Jr. here. We're going to make something shake coming off the medical leave. Knee surgery won't keep out the Mobile 181 XI team owner of Terry Hughes. We have Wheeler on the top side of him off the turns 3 and 4 here. Showtime Chase Johnson's in full control through the Geico restart zone. Going to be picking laps off quickly here. These guys keep up doing what they're doing here. Terry Hughes Jr. working his way back up the middle side of the racetrack here through turns 1 and 2. He'll cut the fastest lap on the racetrack that last time around. Meanwhile, James Fountain got about a car length lead between him and James Fountain. Chase Johnson there, he's got to close it up here if he wants a chance at the race lead. Meanwhile, the number 25, the Triple Deuce of Chris Knighty back there, I see loose out the corner of my eye, but the number 25 of Sean Williams up here in the 4th place spot, under attack by Holden Wheeler. He's losing positions. The race leader, of Chase Johnson blinks in and out here across the front straightaway here. 5 laps are complete here around the Chicagoland Speedway. We appreciate you guys tuning in here. Corey Tesner trying to settle in the racetrack. On the top side of the racetrack, here, that's where everybody started to migrate back here through the field. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the 23 machine of John Michael Bryant, but the battle's on back here for the 11th place spot. Nicholas Maynard working down the bottom side of the Triple Deuce of Chris Knighty. Nicholas Maynard, a black flag for aggressive driving. He'll turn around. Holden Wheeler trying to win the race at Daytona. And that's a no policy go here in the Madness Racing League. No intentionally wrecking for the win. Nicholas Maynard had to start from the back and charge his way up through the field. Meanwhile, here's the 777 of Bobby Kyle. He's trying to run down the back end of the number 56 machine. Metallica, Chevy Silverado, and George Stetson here. The battle's on down the back straightaway. 6 laps are completed here in tonight's event. What a beautiful race car here from the number 56 of George Stetson. He's on the outside here. The battle's on between Bobby Kyle and George Stetson in turns 3 and 4. Bobby Kyle won't cut the dog leg this time around. Won't cut the apron. No dog leg here in Chicagoland, but he's able to keep the run here and generate the momentum to pass the number 56 here. Everybody migrating their way to the top side of the racetrack here. The number 99 closeout backs machine of Jerry Powers has worked his way around John Michael Bryant here, continue to try to work his way through the field. Here goes Kyle Fountain, the older brother of James Fountain, on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We seen him last night going at it at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for the season opener of the Next Gen Cup Series. Kyle Fountain had a chance there at the end, but wasn't able to pull off the victory. He'll kill off a top 5, though. Competing in his first Truck Series race of the season, Kyle Fountain out here on the top side of the racetrack. He'll scrape the wall through turns 1 and 2, down the back straightaway. Chase Johnson in full control. James Fountain looking to make a pass for the race lead here down on the bottom side through turns 3 and 4 here. The battle for the race lead is on. You're right out the front bumper of James Fountain as he tries to run down and battle Chase Johnson for the race lead, but Chase Johnson's going to carry the momentum all the way from turn 4 up into turns 1 and 2, but he's not able to clear himself yet. James Fountain's going to have to fight back hard down here on the bottom side. Ladies and gentlemen, these tires are going to be getting to cooking here Gordon Ramsay style. 9 laps are complete here in tonight's event. Corey Tessner has joined the party back here with his machine. And the battle is on here for the first place race lead spot here. Corey Tessner on the outside wall, big loose. Maybe a little contact there between him and Holden Wheeler, but he's able to hold on to it. What a save from the number 8 machine, Jerry Powers, Terry Hughes Jr., John Michael Bryant, and Kyle Fountain are the rest of the guys back here battling for position on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. 90 laps remain here in the night's Windy City 150 travel wall. George Stetson battling back here for the 15th place spot, and Trent Hughes way off pace back here. He's battling, complaining about possibly a left front tire going down here early in tonight's event. But Kevin Tanko's seen him 2 weeks ago in the Xfinity Series. Almost bring home the victory at Chicagoland. All he did was rip the top side of the racetrack here, and he'll continue to do it here tonight. But meanwhile, Holden Wheeler making a pass for the race lead around Chase Johnson. They'll be door to door here through turns 3 and 4 on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Chase Johnson trying to try a slide job. Slide job, not able to get it done though. Chase Johnson had the ball back in line, dancing into turns 3 and 4, and he'll scoot right back down the bottom side of the racetrack here. Cooking those Goodyear tires here, quick and early. 11 laps are complete here. Holden Wheeler collects the outside wall there, but he'll clear himself around the front bumper of Chase Johnson, but Chase Johnson will take it down to the apron side by side, but you can get the lap lead to Holden Wheeler. Door to door in the turns 1 and 2 here. Ladies and gentlemen, here is a battle right here. If you're looking for some action-packed racing, you found it. This is the TNA Total Non-Stop Action Truck Series. Holden Wheeler gets collected by James Fountain and goes around. Caution flag on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Holden Wheeler, James Fountain collected as well down here on the infield grass. On the Booty Scoot Racing channel, we'll back that ass up for an instant replay to take a look and see exactly what happened here with the number 24 of James Fountain. And Holden Wheeler here, the caution flag will fly for the first time here tonight in the Windy City 150. A crowd will erupt back here as they see smoke go on the back straightaway here. Splitting them 3. Chase Johnson trying to complete the slide job on the bottom side of the racetrack here. Over the number 11 of Holden Wheeler. Not able to do it. Holden Wheeler cut under here, and I guess he just doesn't, see James Fountain down there and cut himself across the nose. He'll get a little airborne there, but he's able to lock it down here. The roof flaps will deploy on the number 11 machine. We'll back that ass up one more time. See if we can't ride out the front bumper of James Fountain here. See exactly what happens. You see the race leader, James Fountain, sees the slide job, and then Holden Wheeler just comes across his nose here, and it's just big shots here sliding through the infield. You see Holden Wheeler has it locked down inside of that race car. What a beautiful shot here from the camera angles of the helmet cam is one sick view, I tell you that here. And so is our roof cam. We're at the caution flag for the first time here tonight. 12 laps are complete. We'll take a commercial break and be back in just a second. James Fountain collected here in the bat. Spree continues over from yesterday.
Was a soldier in the legions, fought against the demons. Humans fought against the monsters made of gold, but they stormed across Arcadia, following the nature, washed away the place I once called home. I'm hiding in the blue, safe between the clouds in the blue.
Bang bang, welcome back here to the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Here's the night's track fact for the Madness Racing League total non-stop action. Working the caution flag for the first time tonight after a impact of a shot there. Here we are at the Chicagoland Speedway, ladies and gentlemen. We'll kick it back down here to the main broadcast. Pit stops are clicking off here early, ladies and gentlemen. We got a couple takers coming down pit road, so about half the field will split down from the 7th place spot on back here. And Terry Hughes Jr. in the 81 iRacing machine will be the one leading them down pit road this time around on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll have to take a look and see exactly what everybody's got going. Nicholas Maynard down here in his box. His guys are off the crew. They're down there on that number 02 machine trying to make something shake here. 4 Goodyear tires, quick and early for the 02 machine of Nicholas Maynard. We'll have to get this machine done here. We'll see for the battle off pit road. It's going to go to Blake Koschchild here. He'll be the first one off pit road. And then it looks like Nicholas Maynard is going to get out second here. James Fountain's here in the front of your screen, still stuck on pit road. And it looks like it's going to be Travel Wall over Trent Hughes, then Holden Wheeler, followed by James Fountain here, ladies and gentlemen. So we're working the caution flag here for the first time tonight. After a little bit of contact there between the 24 machine of James Fountain and the guy right there in front of him, the 11 black truck of Holden Wheeler here. But all things look to seem to be up to normal and all good here. Showtime Chase Johnson redeems the race lead there after the slide job over Holden Wheeler. Pretty much sent all that commotion into effect there. No wrongdoing of Chase Johnson. He's just doing what he has to do for the race lead, but an unfortunate there here as he picked off the first 12 laps caution free here, riding out the front and back bumper of some of these race cars here in the night's field for the total non-stop action truck series. Riding on board with Sean Williams and Kyle Fountain. They have the cars stalled out here, saving gas here. So ladies and gentlemen, everything in full effect strategy-wise here. With 15 laps complete here tonight. Got about, 85 laps here to go. Tons of miles left to be picked off here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Tyler's Pub at the Pier on board for Kyle Fountain. If you're in the state of South Carolina, anywhere near the upstate of Clemson, well, anywhere near Clemson in the upstate of South Carolina is what I should have said here. Make sure you go on over to Tyler's Pub at the Pier in Clemson, South Carolina. Go grab you a fresh beer, chicken wings, taco, quesadilla, whatever, all the finger foods you need. It's finger licking good. Football season's right around the corner. We'll catch the game there today, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody filing door to door here down the back straightaway here. Still got the entire field intact. Chris Knotty's catching the tail end of the field here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. He'll look like he'll be able to catch up here before we catch door to door, and Peter the pace car lets them fly here. Ladies and gentlemen, just reminding you to press that like button and press that follow button. Head on over to the YouTube page at Booty Scoot Racing LLC and give us a big subscribe. It's press the subscribe button there. We would love and really gladly appreciate it if you would, and leave a like here. The full race here tonight, if you don't want to stick around here, will be posted there. Showtime Chase Johnson down on the apron quick though, but he'll press the gas here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, trying to break the draft here. Don't want nobody to be able to get to that back bumper here. Kyle Fountain though will get a big launch there and shoot himself up to the second place spot here. Here comes Big Country Kyle Fountain across the 1 and 2 on the top side here, ripping through the gears. Chase Johnson will go from the bottom side back to the top side here, trying to make something shake. Where will Kyle Fountain go into turns 3 and 4 here? He'll lake the top line here to turns 3 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll bring up the weather report here after these guys complete the lap here. Don't want to discombobulate the camera angle. Ladies and gentlemen, 17 laps are complete here in the Windy City 150. 69 degrees out here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Meanwhile, Nicholas Maynard's on the top side of the racetrack here. 3 wide with Bobby Kyle for a brief moment. Kevin Tankos will get loose down on the bottom side there. Almost a disaster for Kevin Tankos. We have to save that race car here. We'll split each other 3 wide up the middle. Kevin Tankos down on the bottom side. He'll slide back on the racetrack. Nick Maynard's in the middle. Corey Tesner on the outside. He'll flank the wall. Nicholas Maynard gets turned around by Corey Tesner. Caution flag fly. Corey Tesner collected again up here. Big shot to the outside wall for Corey Tesner and travel wall. Nicholas Maynard collected as well back here. Caution flag is out here. We'll back that ass up here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll bring up the instant replay. 3 wide off of turn 4 is never any good here. We'll have to take a look here and see exactly what happened on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. to the number 02 and the number 8 of Corey Tesner. Kevin Tanko's down on the bottom side. 3 wide here. We'll back it up before the corners. We can take a look and see what happened here. Nicholas Maynard, Kevin Tanko's door-to-door down the backstretch. We've seen Kevin Tanko's get big loose off the corner here. Was able to hold on to it here. They were driving down into turns 3 and 4 on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Nicholas Maynard in the middle side. Corey Tesner on the top side. Right out the nose of Nicholas Maynard here. That's not a great view here, but as they're selling through the corner, Kevin Tanko's selling up from the bottom side of the racetrack. Here, there we go, perfect angle. And Corey Tesner, Nicholas Maynard get split 3 wide. Corey Tesner loose. You see his hands in there. Contact's made. And Corey Tesner hits the fence down into the left rear of Nicholas Maynard, or the right rear of Nicholas Maynard. And around goes the 02. But the kid of Nicholas Maynard will back that ass up one more time. We'll ride on board with Nicholas Maynard and Corey Tesner. We'll get a better angle right out the cockpit helmet view. Excuse me. Take a look and see exactly what happened. So big shot for Nicholas Maynard. Now we'll ride on board with Corey Riptide Tesner here. Take a look and see what he done here. See what he could have done. Anybody, he's trapped on the top side of the racetrack here. Corey trying every bit he can to stay on top of that big loose there. Gets played in the outside wall. And he'll get into the right rear of Nicholas Maynard. And he's got that wheel cranked to the left trying to get out of the way. We'll back it up here. See, he was battling some loose conditions already, but he was going into the corner. We'll take a look. 3 wide. It's never any good here in Chicagoland. And Corey Tesner will just finish off the 02 of Nicholas Maynard. He'll come in the right rear here. It says, if my race is done, so is yours. But the back will be Auto Services LLC machine. Doesn't look like it's got a lot of damage on it. Looks like that machine, looks like it might still be drivable riding on board with Corey Tesner. The wheel seems to be straight here. We'll ride back here with Nicholas Maynard. His car is moving again, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment. The caution flag is flown for the second time. Welcome back here to the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Working the caution flag for the second time here tonight. The Madness Racing League Total Nonstop Action Truck Series presented by the Home Run Cafe in Greer, South Carolina. Make sure you go get them at them today. Go get you a hot dog, a hamburger, any of your refreshing needs. They got it. The TNA Truck Series presented by Nap Daddy Racing Designs. Head on over to napdaddyracing.com for all your iRacing paint schemes, liveries, and needs. Tell them the Madness Racing League sent you. If you're looking to get in here tonight for the Truck Series, we're on the Booty Scoot Racing channel here in the Madness Racing League. Go ahead and take a screenshot of your screen now of the code. It'll take you straight to the Discord link. Get yourself your racing channel. We're back down here on the racetrack here. Looks like Kyle Fountain will redeem the race lead here after the rest of the guys go and pit under the caution flag. Corey Tesner still stuck on pit road trying to get the damage assessed to the number 8 machine. And Bobby Kyle down on pit road as well. As the rest of the field goes, he needs to get out here big, quick, and in a hurry if he's going to go. But Kyle Fountain will get the race lead here as we get ready to go back racing. We'll kill the music here. It looks like Peter the Pace car is going to cut his lights off on his car, and we'll be double file. Getting ready to go racing here with 80 laps remaining here in tonight's main event here at the Chicagoland Speedway for the Windy City 150. The Madness Racing League presented by Maccabee Auto Services LLC here. Go get Adam today for all your brake services, suspension repairs, and all your custom installs. They'll get you right out the door. The TNA Truck Series presented by CloseoutBats.com. Since 1992, over 650,000 satisfied customers. So they work their way back to the Geico restart zone here in the Windy City 150, live from the Chicagoland Speedway. It'll be Big Country Kyle Fountain as the race leader with Chase Johnson on the outside, followed by the Boogeyman, your mom's favorite driver, in the second row on the bottom side, and Jerry Powers will round out the second row here. It'll be all hands on deck here for Kyle Fountain. He'll be in charge, and he will press the gas, and we are back. Green here in the 150 with a Windy City 150, excuse me here. 21 laps are complete here, 79 laps remain here. We're scheduled for 450 miles, however you want to see it. Meanwhile, John Michael Bryant's looking for the race lead down on the bottom side. 3 wide slide job for the number 23. John Michael Bryant with a big move here on the restart for the race lead, who had the drag race Kyle Fountain down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. And Kyle Fountain will rip the top side of the racetrack here. John Michael will stay up in the middle side of the racetrack here. Make sure they have to hold their line, but Kyle Fountain's able to clear himself back for the race lead across the line. Give the race lead to the Big Country machine of Kyle Fountain. And the Jim Fountain racing number 59, chartered entry in here tonight. His Chevy Silverado was bad fast in qualifying. He asked for air pressure adjustment. He'll get it. And it works here underneath the caution flag, and he's back out here for the race lead here. John Michael Bryant under attack by the number 99 closeout bats Chevy Silverado of Jerry Powers. You're riding out the front bumper of the Boogeyman. John Michael Bryant trying to keep that thing underneath him here and fight off here after he gets a huge jump on the restart here. He battles door to door with Jerry Powers, and here comes the number 6 paint house machine of Blake Koschchild. Meanwhile, James Fallon stuck in traffic behind the number 81 of Terry Hughes Jr. They'll sail around the turns 1 and 2 down the back straightaway here. Kyle Fountain in full control. Chase Johnson will sail down on the bottom side of the racetrack here, looking for a slide job for the race lead over the number 59 of Kyle Fountain. Not able to get it that time. Kyle Fountain will fend off the slide job here. He'll come off that wall to make sure there's no room to slide up here. And the number 5 will have to lose its run there to the number 4, Kevin Tankos. And have to settle this thing back in here. He'll work the bottom side of the racetrack, but Kevin Tankos, familiar sight to little deja vu from Xfinity Series here at Chicagoland. He was ripping the top side of the racetrack all night long, and he'll continue to do that here. Big caution flag back here for John Michael Bryant. The Boogeyman of John Michael Bryant spins around back here on the back straightaway. We'll back that ass up there. A big launch there for the Boogeyman of John Michael Bryant, collected somebody else here as well. Looks like Holden Wheeler down in the grass as well. So 2 different guys. Maybe will they collect it? Yeah, looks like they might collect each other here. Yeah, John Michael Bryant on the top side of the racetrack here. We'll take a look and see what happens. John Michael Bryant just loose off the corner here, and Holden Wheeler trying to come up off the bottom side of the racetrack here, running the normal line that you normally would here at Chicagoland. Just not enough room, and they'll meet here. We'll back that ass up here, see if we can't get a better angle off the corner and take a look and see exactly what happened here. That's a little far back from our wanting here, but we'll take a look. This should be a good one. John Michael Bryant here. You see the ass thing kicking out on him here. Tons of room to fade up if you wanted to here, but it doesn't look like he was able to get that thing under control in time here, and Holden Wheeler will collect the left rear. But John Michael Bryant and sit him around here. We'll work the caution flag again for the 3rd time here tonight. And only 25 laps here. We'll take a commercial break and be back. Don't go nowhere. Back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, pit stops are on our way again here down on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the first time for the back half of the crew. They didn't go pit with the rest of the guys here, so we'll let the rest of these guys fill in the rest of these pit boxes and get these pit stops completed here. Hopefully everybody has a safe and successful stop here down pit road. A couple guys stay out, and they pitted earlier. Nicholas Maynard's back down on pit road as well. Looks like gas only for the 0-2 machine. Looks like Kevin Tate goes off pit road. Who's going to win the race off pit road? Give it to Chase Johnson. Terry Hughes Jr. will get it over Jerry Powers, James Fountain, and then there's going to be one. Oh, that's one too close to call, but they'll give it to Chris Knighty over Blake Hochschild. So we're going to pit stops here. Trent Hughes will come off of pit road as well as John Michael Bryant. John Michael Bryant brought out the caution flag there. A little loose off the corner. It doesn't look like there's much damage to the 23 machine. 26 laps are complete here, so we're a quarter of the way through tonight's event. If you're just now tuning in, this is the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We would really appreciate it if you would press that follow button, slap that like button here. John Michael Bryant trying to catch the back end of the field here. So this should shake up a couple things here. The ones that stayed out here on a totally different pit strategy. Then the other one here looks like maybe the top 5 stayed out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll throw up the pit stop laps. There they go, ladies and gentlemen. So George Stetson, Trevo Wall, Holden Wheeler, and yeah, they'll all pit on lap 13. Kyle Fountain still yet to pit here, the race leader. Sean Williams last pitted on lap 18. He's got a 5-lap different advantage and gas over the rest of the field here between 3rd and 6th. And then looks like Chase Johnson brought the rest of the field. Looks like so Chase is going to start back here in the 6th place spot on the restart. 7th place spot, excuse me. No, yeah. 6th place spot on the restart for Chase Johnson here off pit road. He'll lead the rest of the pack on back here. 25 laps completed is when they'll start their first pit stops here. Some of them pitted, like Terry Hughes Jr. Looks like the other Fountain of James Fountain, Chris Knighty, Blake Hochschild, and Terry Hughes Jr. as well, excuse me. All these guys have pitted at lap 13 as well, so some guys have already doubled down on pit stops here. 3 sets of tires are in the pits here, but gas. It was really what was the main concern, excuse me. When I talked to these guys before the race for drivers' interviews, they said it could be a fuel mileage races here. We've seen it in the past on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the Madness Racing League. I believe the first ever time we came to Chicagoland in the Xfinity Series, won on a white flag, last lap running out of gas pass. Kyle Fountain in full control here. He will launch on back off here. We are back green here in the Windy City 150. 28 laps are complete here in tonight's event. Kyle Fountain yet to pit here, but he's got Goodyear tires to get him a good launch, to get him to the top side of the racetrack here. And he's actually pulling away here. He's got about a 2-car length gap lead between him and Sean Williams. Meanwhile, here comes the bottom side. We're 3 wide in Chicago already here on the restart. The restarts have been the key all night long, as they've been wild, wacky, all over the place. Chase Johnson looking to send it 3 wide up the middle between Trevo Wall and George Stetson here. 4 wide at Chicagoland. Guys are chipping and jabbing everywhere. Some insane racing back here. The Metallica number 56 machine will have to hold it here. He's 3 wide again. We got to sell it on top side of the racetrack here. Hold on to it. James Fountain trying to make something shake. He'll paint the line up the middle. James Fountain collected in the outside wall. Nicholas Maynard spun around back here. Caution flag is out on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Trent Hughes is around as well back here. Wow. That's the second one for the kid of Nicholas Maynard. Trent Hughes goes around as well, but no damage to him. We'll back that ass up here. See what happened. James Fountain with some damage to the back end of that race car here. We've seen him back there off of turn 2, shoved into the fence. We'll back that ass up here for an instant replay. We'll take a look and see exactly what the hell just took place here, because we had several guys spinning down the back straightaway here. How unfortunate here for some of these guys. Yeah, it looks like there was just a big stack up here. George Stetson was loose up the middle here. Holden Wheeler stuck on the outside. He'll collect the wall, then collect James. And that'll collect the rest of these guys like Nicholas Maynard back here, who just gets turned around. Looks like James Fountain was able to hold on to it, though. Poor Trent Hughes back here can't catch a break. The Nitro 18 Bass Pro Shops Ford F-150. We'll have to go through the grass here. And 2 Fords go around here on the caution flag. James Fountain and Holden Wheeler battling it out for position there. 4 caution flags already here tonight. And we're not even halfway. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take that commercial break. As we always do, we'll be back in just a moment. Bang bang, welcome back here to the Booty Scoot Racing channel. You're watching the Madness Racing League Truck Series live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel's TikTok platform, and we appreciate you guys tuning in here. This is the remaining schedule here for the Truck Series for Season 2. We'll head on over to Richmond for our first short track race of the year, and then we're heading on over to Atlanta for a little bit of mile-and-a-half super speedway style racing. Should be a damn good one. Then we're head on over to North Wilkesboro, and hopefully iRacing will have the track updated by then, and we'll be able to take on the new surface underneath the lights. And then we'll head on over to Kentucky, and that'll wrap up the regular season here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Down here on pit road, a couple of guys brought them down here for a couple minor adjustments here. We'll scoot back up here to the rest of the field here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We appreciate you guys tuning in. You're watching the Windy City 150. Travo Wall, Chase Johnson, Sean Williams, the top three guys here tonight. Sean Williams driving the number 25. It's like Play Happy Toys, AC/DC, Chevy Silverado, from East Windsor. He'll lead his first couple laps here tonight. Every lap led is 1 point added to your total score as Chase Johnson continues to blink in and out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Need to get that underneath control here. So we've seen a couple internet issues, with the blinking in and out be a cause of a couple of the issues here in the past with a few races. Remember 2 weeks ago, the Daytona International Speedway netcode was the reason between the difference between the win between James Fountain and Nicholas Maynard here on the outside. They'll go through one another, and it just, that's the difference, is how it works here in these video games. But it's been one hell of a race so far up to this night. We've seen slide job after slide job for the race lead. I think we've had 4 different race leaders up to this point. The boogeyman of John Michael Bryant got a great restart there, and he jumped out to the race lead. Then he gets spun around, brings out the caution flag. We're working the 4th one here tonight. Looks like everybody else was here that turns out the back of the field. Trent Hughes back out here on the racetrack as well. Kyle Fountain will bring it down pit road for the first time here tonight, 32 laps into the night's event from Clemson, South Carolina. So maybe Kyle Fountain looking to preserve a set of tires on that race car, and that race team is up there strategically counting up these laps here and how much gas. We've seen Kyle Fountain, one of the ones with the whole car shut off, coasting with the clutch in, trying to save every ounce of gas inside of that race car here. Sean Williams will bring him back to the Geico restart zone and fire back off here for the Windy City 150. And we are back green here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. The number 6 Paint House Toyota TRD machine of Blake Hochschild from Tempe, Arizona, down here on the bottom side of the racetrack underneath the J Money Sense 23 machine of John Michael Bryant. The work off turn 2 here. Nobody looking to make it 3 wide this time around after seeing the dramatic events that have unfolded all night long. They'll sail through turns 3 and 4 here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. The battle is on back here for, looks like, going to be the 8th and 9th place spot here. Meanwhile, John Michael Bryant looking to use turn 4 off the top line here and use the run to the back bumper of the Terry Hughes Jr. machine here, riding out the front bumper of Terry Hughes Jr. Terry Hughes Jr. trying to make something shake here. John Michael Bryant, his arch nemesis, trying to make a slide job off the corner. John Michael Bryant not able to complete it yet, and the caution flag is out here. Not sure what the caution flag. Oh, George Stetson. Big damage here to the number 56 from Ocala, Florida. We'll back that ass up here for another caution flag. Instant replay for the TNA Truck Series race number 2 here in Season 2. For the Windy City 150, George Stetson looks like he slid for quite a few ways. Him and Trent Hughes. Trent Hughes involved in another one here. We'll take a look here. Riding out the back bumper, of Trent Hughes. He's on the bottom side of the racetrack up to the top here. He collects the wall. Trent Hughes down here. Oh, will just collect himself across the nose of George here. George not able to lock it down. That's what will trigger the caution flag here. It spins us around here into the infield grass here. So Trent Hughes not aware of what's on the inside of him here. It spins himself across the front nose of George Stetson, but George Stetson's the one that has the damaged race car. The Metallica number 56 will have to come down pit road and get patched up, kill them all, and that's just what George Stetson might go do just now, ladies and gentlemen. We'll work that commercial break here. The number 56 Camping World Chevy Silverado tore up here in Chicagoland. Dane back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, working the 5th caution flag here tonight, I believe. Cut the music down here a little bit. We're getting a little bit techno disco funky here at the Chicagoland Speedway for the Windy City 150. We appreciate you guys tuning in here. The TNA Madness Racing League Truck Series presented by Pop Sports Bet Swings. 864-978-1913. We're going to see them on Facebook at Pop Porch Bet Swings. Go get your custom-made, handcrafted porch bet swing today. A couple of these guys are back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. A couple of them still stuck down here on pit row. Here comes Holden Wheeler for another stop. Nicholas Maynard down there as well. George Stetson, after the hard contact there between him and Trent Hughes, still stuck on pit row. Should get the one to go racing this time around behind Peter the pace car. It's going to be Showtime Chase Johnson, the race leader, followed by Sean Williams from East Windsor. Kevin Tankos will get the 3rd place spot, and the 4th place spot will go to the Chevy of Jerry Powers. The Triple Deuce Ford of Chris Knighty will get the 5th place spot here, and John Michael Bryant and his J Money Sense Ford will get the 6th place spot. Terry Hughes Jr. in the 81XI. Mobile 1 Ford F-150 will round out the 7th place spot here. And Kyle Fountain, cousin Big Country here, brings it down pit road much later than everybody else. His Tyler's Pub of the Pier Chevy Silverado from Clemson, South Carolina. He's got a bad fast truck here tonight. I believe he might has a chance to contend here tonight if he can keep it underneath him here. Caution after caution is what we're breeding here. He rounds out the 8th place spot here. Blake Koschog is going to be down on the bottom side in the 9th place spot here. Trent Hughes, the younger brother of Terry Hughes Jr., driving a chartered entry for the Ford F-150 for his older brother here for the 81XI team here tonight. Some trouble here tonight for the number 18, but he's got that car in one piece, still out here on the racetrack logging some laps here. Trent Hughes trying to get some experience underneath his belt. Some first time racing with some of these guys here. Looks like Travis Wall's back out here on the racetrack as well. And his Marshall number 7, Rock and Roll Racing from Pilsner, South Carolina. He'll make the trip up here to Chicago, Illinois. Looking to make something shake here. Travo Wall's got a bad fast race car. He's just trying to dial it in here. Loose as the goose throughout the corners. Showtime Chase Johnson's going to be the one firing him off here when he comes through the Geico restart zone as soon as Peter the pace car hangs that left right there on the pit road. All decks are in the hands of Showtime Chase Johnson. He'll press the gas and launch him off. We're green here from the Chicagoland Speedway for the Windy City 150. After the 5th caution flag here tonight. Meanwhile, Jerry Powers is stuck on the outside of the Happy Toys 25 machine of Sean Williams. He'll look up the middle here, but Michael Bryant's got better plans. He's looking for a slide job. Gets the 2-for-1 off the corner. Yes, he does. John Michael Bryant will snag 2 positions, 1 corner. You best believe it. The boogeyman, your mom's favorite driver, stand up. He's down on the bottom side of the racetrack here, trying to make something shake here. As we are slowly approaching the halfway point here tonight. Finally logging off some laps here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. The number 59 of Kyle Fountain here. Searching for some grip on the racetrack. Back on the top side of the racetrack. Falling in the traffic here with the number 25 of Sean Williams. You ride out the front bumper of the Happy Toys 25 machine. Looking to make something shake here. John Michael Bryant weaving in and out of traffic right back to the back bumper of the Triple Deuce Founding Fathers machine of Chris Knighty. Chris Knighty looking to make something shake here. You're riding out the front bumper of Chris Knighty here. Chris Knighty got John Michael Bryant right there in front of him here. You don't want to make a mistake here. Don't want to get into the right rear. John Michael Bryant, here comes the 25 of Sean Williams. He's trying to make something shake now. Trying to get some tip into those tires, but Jerry Powers will pull the slide job around the 25 there for position. But Sean Williams will have none of it. Three wide, back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Sean Williams will go down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Sean Williams trying to adjust the brake biases out of that race car here to get it to stick where he wants it to go. He'll try the apron across the front stretch here, but he'll lose all the run that he did have here. John Michael Bryant's the one that will pick up the advantage here because Terry is going to have to hold his line on that top side. John Michael Bryant won't go all the way down the bottom. He'll halfway slide job himself to up here. Another position to the 3rd place spot, but the battle's on for the race lead here. Kevin Tankos looking to make a move around Showtime Chase Johnson for the race lead. Can he clear himself off of turns 3 and 4? Kevin Tankos with the slide job for the race lead. Kevin Tankos, 2 weeks ago, picked up the victory in the Xfinity Series at the Charlotte Roval here. He's being charged back here on the bottom side once more by Chase Johnson. Chase Johnson looking to regain the race lead from Kevin Tankos. You're riding out the front bumper of Kevin Tankos. Kevin Tango's going to have to play a little bit of defense here. 42 laps are complete here in the ninth event. He has a way better turns 3 and 4 than Chase Johnson there. Chase Johnson has to get up out the gas and avoid from hitting the wall. That'll open up the door to John Michael Bryant here. John Michael Bryant searching all over the racetrack, trying to make something shake here and get around this pink Valvoline STI Johnson Chevy Silverado. Meanwhile, you can throw a blanket over the top 3 drivers here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Kevin Tangos leads them down the back straightaway, followed by Showtime, Chase Johnson, John Michael Bryant, and Terry Hughes Jr. have about an 8-car length gap between him and the rest of the guys up there battling for the race lead. But behind him, it's an all-out Daytona-looking battle back here. The 25 of Sean Williams looking to make something shake. Terry Hughes Jr. big loose off the corner. He's able to lock it down, though, and hold on to it big time there. What a save from Terry Hughes Jr. will keep it green so far on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. See that at the horn of caution as they're back and forth here for the race lead here. John Michael Bryant smiling underneath that helmet here. We ride on board with the boogeyman from Greer, South Carolina. 2 Carolina kids battling it out here with the New Jersey guy. Kevin Tankos looking to clear himself across the nose with the 23. He will do it. He's playing some great defense here. You ride out the back bumper of John Michael Bryant, of Kevin Tankos, excuse me, and his Budweiser King of Beers Chevy Silverado here. He'll continue to paint the top side of the racetrack here, just like he did in the Xfinity Series where he found success. As he continues to do it tonight, he's found success here, but how long will these Goodyear tires hold up here? We're underneath the daytime sun here, not underneath the lights like we were in the Xfinity race here. These guys have got to keep this thing together. Meanwhile, Jerry Powers is battling back here with Sean Williams, but Sean Williams is not going to go away here. He's on the outside here trying each and every single lane to make something shake, but Jerry Powers is going to charge it back down on the bottom side, but big save there from Jerry Powers as he gets loose. That'll open up the door for Kyle Fountain. Kyle Fountain here ripping the top side of the racetrack here, completely off strategy for the rest of the field as he'll go about 14 extra laps longer in his Tyler's Pub of the Pier 59 Jim Fountain Racing Chevy Silverado. Looking to make something shake here. Kyle Fountain's looking to play the long-term game here. John Michael Bryant looking for the race lead here down on the bottom side. Your mom's favorite driver, everybody stand up. He's trying to make the slide job for the race lead, not able to get it. He'll have to pull back in the line in front of Showtime Chase Johnson. And that'll be Kevin Tankos right in front of him, selling away with a race lead. You look out the back end of Kevin Tankos. Chase Johnson will try something different this time. He'll take the top side of the racetrack. John Michael Bryant will slide up there, throw some dirty air to the number 5. And Showtime Chase Johnson will pull up to the back bumper with nowhere to go here in the turns 1 and 2. John Michael Bryant's going to have to make a business decision down here in the turns 1 and 2. Is he going to play defense and block, or is he going to try to make a move to the race lead over Kevin Tankos? He'll hold his position there through turns 1 and 2 here. But big loose off the corner here. John Michael Bryant's got to tow it back down here. Don't want to burn the tires up here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. These guys are absolutely going at it back here. Trent Hughes in desperation and going a lap down here. He better run for his life as the leaders come across the line here. Kevin Tankos, 48 laps complete. We'll be halfway next time around. Jerry Powers still working the top side of the racetrack here, throwing the dirty air back there. The number 25 is Sean Williams. Kyle Fountain is just smiling inside of that helmet. Looking at these two go back and forth in front of them here, burn up those Goodyear Eagles. Meanwhile, Sean Williams will scrape the wall just a tad bit there, nothing too much though. And he's able to hold on to it. Meanwhile, Kevin Tankos has sailed out to about a 2-car length lead over the number 23 of John Michael Bryant. And John Michael Bryant has a rear windshield, full of Showtime Chase Johnson. Chase Johnson might have burned those Goodyear tires up battling for the race lead. Slide job after slide job, but John Michael Bryant will collect the outside wall. That'll open up the door for Showtime Chase Johnson. The battle's on down the back straightaway. Chase Johnson have to take it from the bottom side and slide all the way to the top side of the racetrack here. Trying to drive off that right rear. That's what makes Chase Johnson so much faster than some of these guys at times, is his ability to drive off the right rear of the race car. One of his specialties comes from driving in the dirt car. As one of the dirt comes to Chase Johnson as his first specialty, his first class discipline. Meanwhile, Kyle Fountain ripping the top side of the racetrack here, zooming down the back straightaway. Kyle Fountain's got this number 59 Jim Fountain Racing Chevy Silverado absolutely dialed in here. He asked for 2 rounds out of the back end of it here to loosen the race car up. Go up on the front right rear, And the air pressure here, and it is came to life here at the Tyler's Pub at the Pier. Is absolutely pubbing his way through the field, no pun intended. Don't even know if that's a real word, excuse me. If it ain't, excuse me. Down the back straightaway, Kevin Tanko sails away. As that league is slowly shrinking here. It's down to about another 2-car length lead here as John Michael Bryant has lost, excuse me. You can't lose something if you ain't lost it first. To the rest of the people, John Michael Bryant begging for a caution here. He's trying to adjust the brake bias inside of that race car here and do everything possible to hold on to it here. The caution flag has stayed away from here, and that's what we've wanted. That's all we've asked for. Holden Wheeler will collect the outside wall there, battling door-to-door with George Stetson. Trent Hughes comes across the front nose with the number 56 from McCullough, Florida. Big damage to George. And his ass is trying to jump his way back through the field here, but that's the race leader, and then boys right there, right behind him. When you look out the front bumper of Kevin Tanko's the race leader, you see the lap traffic ahead of him here. What will he do? He's going to have to play it smart here, play some defense here, throw some dirty air to the number 5 of Showtime, Chase Johnson. Chase Johnson rips the outside wall there. He's able to keep it off of it, though, but the lap traffic slowly approaching, though. Trent Hughes is going to have to run for his life here. Holden Wheeler down on pit road here to get that damage assessed after scraping the outside wall. Trent Hughes off of turns 4. He's got more than just one car he's going to have to deal with here through the lap traffic. Jerry Powers has pulled up to that back bumper of John Michael Bryant here. Lead here with 55 laps complete here. Approaching 40 laps remaining here, ladies and gentlemen. Green flag pit stops are still in effect here. And there's about 43-ish to 44 lap-ish is what I was told from the admins in gas in these trucks here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Powers is making the move around John Michael Bryant now for that third place spot here. So Jerry Powers might have saved something here on the back end run. We'll have to check the lap times this time around. So Jerry Powers will run the quickest lap that last time around, a 32.12, but it's not too much faster than the race leader there. Oh, whoa, big contact there. Kevin Tankos goes around with Trent Hughes, the lap car. Caution flag is out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Trent Hughes is around here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the third time here tonight. We'll back that ass up here for an instant replay. Kevin Tankos involved in an incident from the race lead. No, that'll open up the door. Here for the pit strategy call. We're out to see what everybody does here. We'll back that ass up here, take a look and see exactly what happened. As they were slowly approaching the lap traffic, we'll ride out the front bumper of Kevin Tankos. Let's take a look. The lap traffic here, trying to go in the middle of the racetrack here, will split Kevin Tankos up and slide back in front of him. Nowhere for Kevin Tankos to go. Just sends Trent Hughes up the racetrack here, but he's able to lock it down. The Bass Pro Shop, Johnny Morris Nitro 81XI 18 machine continues to run up the bill here for his older brother. He's going to have to put in a lot of work this weekend to get that thing fixed up for 2 weeks from now. But Kevin Tankos looks like that Budweiser machine. It's got some right front damage, but it's still fixable and accessible here. The caution flag has flown here tonight for the 6th time. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take one quick commercial break and be back after this. Don't go nowhere. Back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, pit stops are on our way again here with approaching 40 laps remaining here. Chase Johnson's going to be the one leading them down here on the pit road here. So should be several stops from all kinds of different drivers here as Kevin Tankos pulls in his box. Jerry Powers, John Michael Bryant, Kyle Fountain as well. He'll pull into his box here. Sean Williams, so it's going to be different strategies for tons of guys. At least right side tires for the majority of the pit crew. We'll watch the battle for the Off pit lane here is Chase Johnson's guys. Will jack up the left side of the race car now. 4 Goodyear tires for the STI Chevy Silverado. Then it's going to go to Jerry Powers. Give it to Sean Williams over Kyle Fountain. And then it's going to be John Michael Bryant. And then the rest of these guys are still stuck on pit road back here. George Stetson, Chris Knighty, and Kevin Tankos. Blake Koschchild as well. Trent Hughes back out on the racetrack, though. He'll stay out. Trent Hughes looking to take the race lead this time around, I'm assuming. Holden Wheeler still stuck on pit road as well, ladies and gentlemen. Have gotten touch from the admin. Nicholas Maynard out of that 0-2 advance. Ford F-150 not able to pass the concussion protocol. And it'll suck for him here. He'll have to take the class here. He'll have to go through some training here to make sure that he's okay a couple weeks from now here. Whoever keeps reporting the live stream, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. These are fake race cars riding around a video game, ladies and gentlemen. 58 laps are complete here tonight in the Windy City 150. Just because you don't take it serious doesn't mean I don't, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a nerd. You're watching the Booty Scoot Racing channel. It's going to be 40 laps to go when we go back racing here. The number 59 of Kyle Fountain's been the story of tonight when it comes to pit strategy. We'll throw it up here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. He went longer than anybody else. He's only pitted one time here tonight. Lap 30 for Kyle Fountain. That's 30 laps to go next time around is when Kyle Fountain last pitted. So if he's looking to split it in half, it would be this next time around. But he'll stay out underneath the, he'll go down pit road, underneath the caution flag there and get his pit call there. So Kyle Fountain splitting it in half here. 30 and now 60 here. So the next stop for Kyle Fountain with 40-something laps in gas. Kyle Fountain should have the green light to go to the end here if they were to go green with 44-ish in the tank on a full set of Sunoco race fuel inside of your race truck. 40-something laps, 40 laps to go. Kyle Fountain looks like he might have the spot here if we keep it green for some green flag pit stops possibly in the near future. For the ones that stayed out on the early end of the run here that burned up a set early here, or maybe the ones that got burned on a caution flag and don't have enough laps and gas to save it to the end, they're hoping and begging for one. Peter the Base Car is going to pull it down on the pit road, though. Travo Wall is going to be the race leader this time around. In full control here, he'll press the Geico restart zone at the line. Travo Wall is back green here in Chicago for the Windy City 150. Chase Johnson will jump to the outside here, looking to make a move for the race lead early here. Travo Wall on old Goodyear tires here. He's going to have an unadvantage through turns 1 and 2. He's going to open it back up here. I'll turn the thing back over. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen here. I apologize here as I look down here. I am one terrible broadcaster, I know. The 23 machine of John Michael Bryant working down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Travo Wall on the top side here. Still trying to battle back here on these old Goodyear tires. Travo Wall, the number 7, stuck on the outside line. Here comes Kevin Tankos down on the bottom side. Kevin Tankos has been ripping the outside line all night long. And he'll take it back up there through turns 1 and 2. He's got Kyle Fountain right in front of him in that orange machine. Kyle Fountain big loose off the corner. That'll stack him up here. And Kevin Tankos will have to come off the chip here so he don't run over the number 59 of Kyle. Sean Williams will work the bottom side of the racetrack here. He's trying to make a slide job move for the, looks like going to be the 4th place spot here. He's able to complete the pass off the corner. He's not able to, but Kyle Fountain will smack the wall there. And that'll open up the door 3 wide across the front stretch here. 62 now. Laps are complete. 38 remain here tonight's main event for the Windy City 150. Showtime Chase Johnson is thrown out to the race lead here. John Michael Bryant sailing right behind him here. Look out the tail end of John Michael Bryant. Jerry Powers is charging hard. And there's the battle behind Jerry Powers. That's where things start to look like Daytona. Everybody trying to get a run. Everybody trying to move up the draft here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Kevin Tankos committed to the top side here. If only my last relationship was as committed as just like Kevin Tankos is to the top line, things might have worked out just fine. But they did it, and I'm here talking to you on a TikTok live stream. John Michael Bryant out to the race lead here. Show you that showtime. Chase Johnson blinks in and out here. Whoa, side by side there. Could have been disaster for John Michael Bryant. That'll cost John Michael Bryant. He'll have to lift up out of the gas there. Chase Johnson battles internet connection issues. So Chase Johnson using it to his advantage on the outside there. He'll take it up to the fence though, where John Michael Bryant will have to regather himself here. You're right on board with the boogeyman. Time Chase Johnson trying to play some defense up here in the turns 1 and 2. On the turns 3 and 4, on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. will get a little tight there. That'll open up the door for the boogeyman. The crowd will roar here across the front stretch, side by side. And whoa, ladies and gentlemen, we have told you about your mothers here. They have to keep their clothes on while they're inside the track here, ladies and gentlemen. That is indecent exposure. You will be arrested here tonight. John Michael Bryant, your mom's favorite driver, looking for the race lead. Trent Hughes off of pit road into left traffic. Will this set affect John Michael Bryant looking to pull back on the left rear quarter panel? Chase Johnson, those door bank through turns 3 and 4. John Michael Bryant, the most aggressive driver in the Madness Racing League, definitely will put the bumper to you. He'll lead that lap that last time around. That'll open up the door for Jerry Powers. 3 wide for the race lead through turns 1 and 2. They'll climb the banking. Bryant on the bottom side. Johnson up the middle. Powers on the outside. 3 wide down the back straightaway. John Michael Bryant will at the bell here in the turns 3 and 4 with Chase Johnson to move back down the bottom side. He'll look for the slide job over the 99 closeoutbats.com machine. 2 bow ties out here leading the race here side by side. They're not able to clear each other. A little bit of contacts made between the 5 and the 99 of Jerry Powers here. So the ambitions have risen here, and everybody's adrenaline is up and through the. Everybody's got their elbows out here. We'll start tonight's event with 17 cars, and only 9 currently run on the lead lap, with 12 on the racetrack here. The battle for the race lead continuing the heat up here. The 99 of Jerry Powers stuck on the outside. Sean Williams looking to make something happen here tonight. Looking for the race lead. He led a couple laps earlier here tonight, but wasn't able to hold on to it. He right out the front bumper as the battle in front of him is absolutely going bananas. Those elect to stick to the top side of the racetrack here. It looks like the top side is the place to be currently at the moment. The sun is peeking itself behind the thing. Chase Johnson will slide job and put Jerry Powers into the fence. Was it clear? Jerry Powers gets put into the outside wall there. Jerry Powers not going to be happy with the way that he was just raced by Showtime. Chase Johnson right out the front bumper. Jerry Powers, can he get back to the back bumper of the STI Chevy Silverado? Chase Johnson will go down the apron trying to break the draft from the rest of the guys behind him. We'll take it back to the top side of the racetrack here. That'll open up the bottom side for John Michael Bryant here with Sean Williams. So 5 guys battling it out here for the race lead here. You can throw a blanket over them. John Michael Bryant trying to make something shake here. He burned those Goodyear tires up battling with Chase Johnson for the race lead. Chase Johnson was battling some internet connections issues. Had to get John Michael to lift up out of the gas there. John Michael Bryant had to recover since here. He's back here in the 5th place spot here. Currently coming across the line. 70 laps are complete this time around. 30 to go here at Chicagoland. Jerry Powers riding out the front bumper here, taking it to the top side of the racetrack. Kevin Tankos has been committed to the racetrack, the top side of the racetrack all night long here, even in the Xfinity Series. It's where he made his bread and butter at, and he'll pull up to the number 5 machine on the inside of him here, and he's able to keep door to door with him here. But Showtime Chase Johnson will take it down the bottom side of the racetrack. You best believe he's looking for another slide job. Kevin Tankos will get loose off the corner, and that'll just give the slide job to Chase Johnson there. Kevin Tankos has got to dial in this race car side by side across the line. It's the boogeyman is Sean Williams here. Sean Williams trying to hold his position here to the number 23. John Michael Bryant driving his absolute ass off here tonight. And don't forget Kyle Fountain here on a totally different strategy here. He's got an extra set of Goodyear Eagles there down on the racetrack. He's got 2 of them on pit road for his sake. The Tyler's Club is up here on the top side of the racetrack here, trying to make something shake here tonight. He's had one hell of a performance. Ran well last night in the Next Gen Cup Series season opener at Atlanta. He'll come out here tonight at Chicagoland doing the damn good thing. He's down on the bottom side here. It's looking to be at around the number 23 machine. Can he do it? Contacts made there in the turns 1 and 2 between Kyle Fountain and John Michael Bryant. That'll send John Michael Bryant on the outside of the racetrack there. Up on the top side, John Michael Bryant being pushed and flung all the way across the Chicagoland Speedway, but he's able to hold off there. Kyle Fountain, as Kyle Fountain had to get up off the gas here and fill back in here on the bottom top side of the racetrack here and dial in this Tyler's Bubba the Pier, 59 Jim Fountain Racing charter entry here tonight. We'll scoot back up here for the battle for the race lead. Showtime Chase Johnson put about an 8-car lead gap between him and Kevin Tankos, but the battle for the 2nd place spot is going nowhere. Kevin Tankos loses off the corner with a big save there for the number 4 Rush Motorsports machine of Kevin Tankos there. He's absolutely driving the hell out of this race car here, trying to hold on to the Budweiser number 4 machine. Can he do it here? He's trying to slide job over the number 99 of Jerry Powers, but he's not able to do it. Trent Hughes down on the bottom side of the racetrack here, trying to get out of the way for the race leader here. Don't want to cause any harm here. Trent Hughes, though, he's able to hold on to it. 25 laps to go next time around on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Showtime Chase Johnson's going to be the race leader into turns 3 and 4, followed by Jerry Powers. Kevin Tanko's in the number 4 machine around out the 3rd place spot, then Sean Williams. John Michael Bryant's got the final top 5 spot right now. Kyle Fountain's currently up in the pits, and he's sucking in there. Here comes Terry Hughes Jr. Terry Hughes Jr., driver owner of 81XI Racing. He's got the number 81 Mobile 1 Ford F-150 for 81XI Racing. Absolutely scooting and booting, as we would say here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Underneath the caution flag down on pit road, we were listening to him on his radio communication. He said, I can't do shit here. I just had surgery on my right leg. It's hard for me to press the gas. I need you to free this shit up so I can just hold it down and make speed. It'll take a little bit of half pound out of the right rear of the number 81 machine for Terry Hughes Jr. And he's currently picking off some fast lap times, on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. 25 laps remain here for the Windy City 150. I'm talking way too damn fast, ladies and gentlemen. We'll throw it up to the Billy, the blimp driver, excuse me. He's going to give me some action-packed shots while I wet my whistle and I go get this lady in front of me's phone number. Back in a moment. Oh, caution flag here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. John Michael Bryant off of Billy the Blimp driver. We seen it right here. He goes around down the back straightaway. Whoa, we'll throw up the instant replay for the Boogeyman. Again, deja vu here. We'll throw away the battle box. We won't need that one no more. John Michael Bryant. If you remember earlier tonight, similar spot, similar situation. Off of turn 2, got loose. Tried to hold on to it, but couldn't do it there. John Michael Bryant goes around down the back straightaway, flying through the infield here. Absolutely giving the grass a high taper fade here. And the grass will really appreciate it here. So the J Money Sense Ford F-150 23 machine trying to get it refired. Here's the Boogeyman. And the caution flag is flown here for the 7th time here tonight. The 23 machine still trying to get that thing straight here. We'll take that quick commercial break in just a moment and be back. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go nowhere.
One of 8 billion, down in the mud, strange children, lonely and lost, but we still run. Fight 'cause we must, we kill and we survive. Poisonous raindrops, we hope for the day when the rain stops. Until then we stay under green rocks and live with the pain, just trying to stay alive. The sky is falling down.
Hey, 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 chilling on a Booty Scoot Racing channel. Hey, 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 hey. Pit stops are on our way here. We're back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Working the caution flag for the 7th time here tonight. I get a little bit too pumped up here in the booth. This should be the money stops here. Who's going to get what, when, where, and why, and how? Who's got the best crew on pit road? Who's going to get the win off pit road here? Looks like Showtime Chase Johnson's got the pole sitting box here. Everybody else still stuck down here. Who's going to get it? Going to be a big one. Yeah, give it to Showtime Chase Johnson. Kevin Tanko's over Sean Williams, Jerry Power, Terry Hughes Jr., Kyle Fountain. And then Travel Wall looks like he'll work his way off now. And the Boogeyman still stuck down there after sliding through the grass here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. He's still working on that race car. 20 laps to go the next time around here. Blake Hochschild in his number 6 paint Toyota TRD Tundra. The 25-year-old father of 3 from Tempe, Arizona has stayed out here. He has become the race leader here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. He will be leading them through the restart zone here. So Blake Koschew here will stay out. He'll take a couple of these laps, add a couple points to his total score here. And Blake Koschew, fun fact, will make our 6th different race leader here tonight. But no one's been able to hold on to the race lead. Caution after caution after caution. Ladies and gentlemen, Peter the pace car will cut the lights off. Yes, he will this time around. And he'll tell these motherfuckers to get double foul behind him. I'll tell you one thing here, ladies and gentlemen. Getting ready to have no tax on overtime. Peter the pace car works a ton of it here for the Madness Racing League. You best believe he's damn happy about that one, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be Blake Koschew, the race leader here, with Chase Johnson on the outside. Kevin Tanko is the 3rd place spot with Sean Williams in the 4th place spot. And then I believe looks like going to be Sean Williams in the 4th place spot here on the outside. And he's going to have, 3rd place. Yeah, he's going to be on the 4th place spot outside. And Jerry Powers and Terry Hughes will be the 4th and 5th place spot here on the 3rd row. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not very sure how it comes out when it comes to the pit strategy, when it comes to exact sets and tires. That's all for these crew chiefs, for these drivers to sort and they don't pay me the big bucks to do that. They pay me to sit here and talk with this goofy customer service voice and make jokes all night long about some race cars going around the racetrack. But we got some beautiful paint schemes here tonight. Tons of guys. Some bright-ass damn colors here. Just trying to bring it on home here with 20 laps to go on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Blake Koschew is going to be the race leader here in the Windy City 150. He'll press the gas and lead him back off here. We're back green here with 19 laps to go on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. It's anybody's ball game here tonight. Tons of fast race cars, some of them with brand new Ford Goodyear Eagles and a fresh tank of Sunoco race fuel. Everybody knows that they can make it on gas now. Chase Johnson a little loose off the corner. He'll open up the door for Kevin Tankos for the race lead. In 3 wide down the backstretch for the race lead. He'll clear the number 5 and stay right there and throw the dirty arrow of the number 5. That'll open up the door. Blake Koschew a little loose off the corner. Chase Johnson will whip back down to the bottom side. Side by side across the line. Who's going to lead the lap? Give it to Chase Johnson. John Michael Bryant back out here on the racetrack here. He calls the previous caution. After going around off of turn 2, though, he'll get a brand new set of Goodyear tires on that race car here. He's in full-on shit and get mode here. Ladies and gentlemen, Terry Hughes Jr., the driver owner of 81XI Racing, trying to work his way around the number 4. Kevin Tanko's here. He'll pull up to the left rear quarter panel, not able to clear him. So he'll have to fall back here right behind him here as they work their way through turns 1 and 2 here. Terry Hughes Jr., a career best 3rd place spot right now, looking for 2nd. Can he get it with 17 laps to go? Trying to break the bad luck streak for the number 81. Seems like he's always caught up in everybody else's disaster. Tonight he's got the ball in his court, looking to hit a home run here down on the bottom side. He'll work the middle side of the racetrack, feed the dirty air back to the number 25 with Sean Williams, knowing that Kevin Tankos has to hold a pretty line on that top side and hold it there. Terry Hughes Jr. will make the lap that time for the 2nd place spot, though. But can he clear that number 4 of Kevin Tankos here? And Chris Knighty coming out of the pit road here. He's back out on the racetrack here after fixing up that race car. Meanwhile, Sean Williams is just looking for an opportunity to fit his race car in some sort of kind of hole anywhere. Anywhere will do is what I mean, anywhere. I mean, guys are bottom, middle, top, 3 lanes, I mean, anywhere. They go from the top all the way down to the apron. Showtime Chase Johnson sees the lap car ahead of him here. He's got the rest of the guys behind him with 15 laps remaining here. And then in the total non-stop action truck series for the Madness Racing League. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been one hell of a race here tonight. Scheduled for 100 laps here. 85 laps are complete here. 15 laps remain. The number 4 of Kevin Tankos will give up that 2nd place spot to Terry Hughes Jr. and try to make him earn it here. Terry Hughes Jr. is going to have to slow it down here. 15 laps to go here. Keep it underneath him. If he can cool off and keep coming on those Goodyear tires, he might be able to have a chance to make a run at the back bumper of the number 5 of Chase Johnson. Meanwhile, Kevin Tankos will stay committed. Unlike my last relationship, to the top side of the racetrack here. Hoping and praying that it will come to life here, but I fear to pray just like I did in my relationship. It's just going to fail and it won't come to success. And he'll stick to the middle side and a little bit, trying to work his way down in the middle, maybe to the bottom side. Off the top side, no. He'll fend off and throw a little bit of dirty air back there. That has brought the number 99 of Jerry Powers here on the closeoutbats.com. Chevy Silverado. Haven't talked much about Jerry Powers since about lap 40. He's got an adjustment to that race car, moved it up here. Holden Wheeler a lap down. He'll move out of the racetrack groove here and let these guys race. Meanwhile, Kyle Fountain goes down pit road. They'll go the opposite way of the previous adjustments here. As he's starting to go backwards here, he's currently rounding out the 7th place spot here. Maybe trying to save a little bit of something in that number 59 as well and make a charge at the front to the lead here. With 12 laps to go, though, he's going to have to start making shit go now. The number 81 of Terry Hughes Jr. has put about a 4 or 5 car length gap between the guys behind him. Sean Williams is the only one able to get down here to the bottom side. It's a clean air, but he's not able to clear the number 4 here. The number 4, Kevin Tankos, will take the draft down the straightaways. But in the corners, it'll do nothing but kill Jerry Powers and help Sean Williams. But riding side by side, door to door with Kevin Tankos, both of these guys, Sean Williams and Kevin Tankos, is slowing these guys down, and they're just watching Terry Hughes Jr. and Chase Johnson sail away in their mirrors here, and that's exactly why you see the gap that you see in front of them. Side by side racing in front of them between Kevin Tankos and Jerry Powers. Sean Williams has opened up the door for John Michael Bryant to be able to work his way back in here, looking for a top 5 spot. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to settle these things out here. That's why these guys got to work and try to be best friends on the racetrack here. You don't want to pick and choose your enemies nice and neatly here. Showtime Chase Johnson coming across the line. 10 laps to go next time around. Started with 17 guys out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the Windy City 150 at the Chicagoland Speedway. 9 currently run on the lead lap, 12 currently on the racetrack running in general. A big shot for George Stetson after Trent Hughes goes across the front bumper. That cost George Stetson's night to be over. He'll have to take the trip to the infield care center and retire from tonight's race. Nicholas Maynard, 3 wide up the middle with Kevin Tankos, that guy right there, and Corey Tesner. Corey Tesner loose on the outside, no room to go. Nicholas Maynard puts it 3 wide up the middle, and everybody gets collected there off of turns 3 and 4. Nicholas Maynard then gets right hooked by Corey Tesner. That ends both of their nights here, and they'll retire out of the race. Nicholas Maynard collected again as well, so 2 incidents for the 0-2. He'll finish in the 14th place spot here tonight. James Fountain, no wrongdoing of his own. Holden Wheeler loose off the corner, collects James Fountain, puts him in the outside wall, and bends the right front track bar on the number 24 machine. And Corey Tesner again retired from the race after contact with the 0-2 of Nicholas Maynard. Bobby Kyle involved in that incident with Corey Tesner. When they go around, he just gets collected. Poor innocent guy there. 8 laps to go this time around on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, trying to walk you through the night's event on the quick wrap-up. The number 11 of Holden Wheeler driving currently in the 10th place spot right now as they run a couple laps down, 3 laps down. Been collected in about 4 different wrecks here tonight, and that Toyota TRD Tundra is beat up. The Mooresville driver from North Carolina will come up here for Chicago, just not having the run that he wants, but the guy behind him, Travo Wall, the number 7 Marshall Ford F-150, he's got that truck in one piece. He's just off strategy tire-wise. He's begging for a caution. He's got an extra set of Goodyear tires in the pit, looking to make something shake if the caution flag was to come out here. He'd be the only one with a good set of Goodyear tires. He could put them on and possibly drive himself straight to the lead here for a victory. But Showtime Chase Johnson stretched out to a 1.3 second lead over the rest of these guys here. Battling side by side, didn't last too long for these guys. It has made everybody strung out here. Kyle Fountain currently running in the 6th place spot here. He's trying to run down Sean Williams for a top 5. That's really the only interesting thing we got going on the racetrack currently at the moment. Trent Hughes still out here on the racetrack trying to log off some laps for 81XI Racing, knowing that every point counts here. Trying to make sure that he could stay as close up on the finishing positions as possible, even though 11th, it looks like it's going to be locked in for him tonight. Love the effort out of Trent Hughes after causing a couple accidents off the front bumper of his number 18 machine. Meanwhile, 5 laps to go this time around on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Jerry Powers will got the fastest time on the racetrack that last time around with a 31.44. Everybody else in the 31.6 ranges, so 2/10 faster for Jerry Powers over the race leader of Showtime Chase Johnson. 4 laps to go this time around. Showtime Chase Johnson in full control, looking for his first victory here for Season 2 for the Madness Racing League's Truck Series. The Season 1 champion for the Total Nonstop Action Truck Series last year picked up I believe 4 or 5 wins on the season. Maybe no, he picked up 3 wins on the season for the Truck Series. Then he picked up the win in the championship race. Ladies and gentlemen, Chase Johnson will come around this time off of turns 3 and 4 on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, and he'll see 3 laps to go. In the Windy City 150, the battle back here maybe starting to shake up for Jerry Powers. Sean Williams has caught the back bumper of that 99, and that might open up the door for Kyle Fountain because of Big Country to get exactly what he needs. He needs these guys to pump it up here. Like Kevin Tankos might collect the outside wall there. Does that back up Jerry Powers here? Jerry Powers does have the run in the back bumper of Kevin Tankos into turns 3 and 4, but he's not able to do anything with it here as they climb the bank into turns 3 and 4. Sean Williams trying to turn down the racetrack here. Maybe Sean Williams has found a little bit of grip inside of that race car. 2 laps to go this time around. And Chase Johnson will see the white flag next time around. Terry Hughes Jr. has got about a 22 car length advantage over the rest of the guys behind him, but it's about a 38 car length advantage between him and the race leader down the back straightaway. It's been one hell of a race so far tonight. 7 caution flags for 27 laps. This is the Chicagoland Speedway. We head on over to Richmond 2 weeks from now. Showtime Chase Johnson will see the white flag this time around, presented by AFLglobal.com. And he'll sail it into turns 1 and 2 here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the final time tonight. And he can pretty much coast it on home. Nobody's going to contend for the race win here tonight. Against Chase Johnson from Greer, South Carolina. Terry Hughes Jr. bringing it down the back straightaway along with Kevin Tankos and the rest of these guys. Kyle Fountain looking for that top 5 spot around Sean Williams, but Chase Johnson sailing away in turns 3 and 4. Chase Johnson to come off turn 4 for the final time tonight across the stripe and win the Windy City 150. Terry Hughes Jr. will get second, followed by Kevin Tankos, Jerry Powers, Sean Williams. Give it to Sean Williams over Kyle Fountain for the top 5 spot here. Side by side at the line, John Michael Bryant, Travis Wall coming across the line now. And then Blake Koschchild and Holden Wheeler will finish off tonight. Guys running, here comes Trent Hughes through turns 3 and 4. Chris Knighty off the racetrack here. But all glory to Showtime Chase Johnson. He'll pick up his first win here in Season 2 for the Truck Series for the Madness Racing League, and he'll win at Chicagoland in the Windy City 150. Johnson brings it around the front stretch here to burn it down for the fans, and they go crazy. Throwing beers at the number 5 STI Chevy Silverado, excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your containers, lunch boxes, coolers, everything in the stands. Nothing to be thrown over the catch fence here. Ladies and gentlemen, Showtime Chase Johnson continues to burn it down here in front of Freddie the flagman. He'll put the nose up to behind the flag stand there and burn it down here. Look at this lady down here trying to be greedy and get the checker flag from Chase Johnson here as he burns it down. We'll pull up the final race results from tonight's event, where Chase Johnson has just picked up the win here in the Windy City 150. And that's how they currently run out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, ladies and gentlemen. Chase Johnson gets the victory. We'll take one quick commercial break and be back with the post-race show and drivers' interviews. Don't go nowhere. Back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the post-race show here live from the Chicagoland Speedway for the Windy City 150. Here's the final results. For the number 5 of Showtime, Chase Johnson has just picked up the victory here. His first one of Season 2 here. It'll lock him into the playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, he'll get the first place spot, followed by Terry Hughes Jr., Kevin Tankos, Jerry Powers, Sean Williams as well will round out the top 5 here. But we got a pit reporter down there on the front stretch here with the winner of the number 5 of Showtime, Chase Johnson. We'll see what he had to say.
Down here in Victory Lane at the Chicagoland Speedway, and here with Chase Johnson, the driver of the number 5, as I clean my eyeball out. Excuse me, the smoke is flying around. Chase Johnson, walk us through your night here tonight. Tons of mayhem. Looks like we'll have 9 guys finish on the lead lap there, but you were able to pull away.
Yeah, just had a fast truck overall all night. Shout out to the top 5. Really the whole field. It was a good race. Everybody was racing with respect. With my eyes, I could see. Just another fast truck, man. This is one of my favorite tracks. It's you can run just about anywhere. So I'm just glad we could bring a fast truck to the track, and glad we could lock ourselves into the playoffs here.
That's number 5 of Showtime, Chase Johnson. He'll take the second race on the season. We'll scoot down here to the P2 spot of the number 81 of Terry Hughes. Terry, kind of walk us through your night here. You'll charge through the field and get a second place spot here at the end.
Oh, it was utter hell, to be honest. Freaking didn't even think we was going to make it 25 laps, and then had a couple of cautions that helped out. And then that long green flag run, I thought we was going to have to park it. This damn knee, boy, it's something else. And then there on that last stint, I tried to make it last as long as I could, and just so helpful, we had a set of tires there and put them on for the last 20 or so laps, and we got up through there.
Terry Hughes comes off medical leave, back for this first top 5 for the truck season. We'll scoot down here to the P3 spot of Kevin Tankos. Kevin, you'll start in the 16th place spot, and you'll finish in the 3rd place spot, contending for the Hard Charger Award. Now walk us through your night.
Yeah, just a really good points day for the Rush Motorsports number 4 Budweiser Chevy Silverado. Just did terrible in qualifying, got loose on lap 1, and then I tapped the wall, making a invalid lap on the second one. So just really had to work our way up to the field. Boys back at the shop put an absolute beautiful setup on this truck. Just wanted to go to the front all night, spent some time out there, got some good laps led, and just happy to be a P3 here. And good race to everybody else. Congrats to Chase.
That's the number 4 machine of Kevin Tankos. We'll scoot down here to the 4th place finisher of Jerry Powers. Jerry, you'll start in the 12th place spot. Not the best qualifying effort from you tonight here at Chicagoland, but you'll bring home a top 5 in the 4th place spot.
Yeah, we'll take it. Happy for the 99 closeout Baptist Chevrolet team. But, man, I think it was like lap 68 was a tough pill to swallow coming out of turn 2. I got completely just walled there by Chase, and I'm sure he'll say Larson would have done it, but maybe he's right. Still stings, but I'm looking forward to Richmond. It'll make decisions there much easier moving forward. And, hey, after that, we have Atlanta, and starting in the back there won't be that big of a deal.
That's the number 99 of Jerry Powers, and that'll do it down here on pit road for the drivers' interviews here for the Windy City 150.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's been the drivers' interviews down there on the pit road here for the post-race show. We'll bring up a little bit of music here while we go through the post-race results. Chase Johnson picks up the victory here tonight. His first one on the season, race number 2. We head on over to Richmond 2 weeks from now, but we'll get to that in just a second. Terry Hughes Jr. got the 2nd place spot, followed by Kevin Tankos in the 3rd place spot. Jerry Powers will bring home the 4th place spot. Sean Williams will follow Jerry with the 5th place spot here tonight. And then Big Country Kyle Fountain, so close there at the line, side by side for that top 5 spot. He'll get the 6th place spot. John Michael Bryant, your mom's favorite driver, from the lead to the 7th place there. Just not the handling he needed at the end. He'll get the 7th place spot. Travis Wall will bring home the top 10 here tonight. What a run for the number 7 Ford F-150 from Pelzer, South Carolina. He definitely shake, rattled, and rolled through the field. Blake Hochschild from Tempe, Arizona, just didn't have the speed there at the end. On the final restart, no tires in his pit box. Just not the strategic in the way that the cautions fail for the number 6 machine. He'll bring home the 9th place spot here tonight. Holden Wheeler from Mooresville, North Carolina, involved in 4 or 5 different incidents here tonight. Some of them his own fault, some of them not. The field was yelling at him at one point, but that Red Horse Toyota TRD Tundra will finish out here in the top 10 spot. Trent Hughes tonight in the 81 XI number 18 entry Nitro Bass Pro Shop machine will finish in the 11th place spot. Chris Knighty in the Triple Deuce machine from B-Town, Indiana. We the people definitely was. He definitely expressed his freedom here tonight. He'll bring home the 12th place spot. George Stetson had the Metallica Bloodshed Chevy Silverado, and blood definitely for sure was on top of that race car as he gets taken out by the number 18 of Trent Hughes. Not the ideal day for the number 56. He'll get the 13th place spot. The 14th place spot will go to the kid of Nicholas Maynard, 3 wide up the middle with Corey Tesner and Kevin Tankos. Ends in disaster. He's able to get it repaired though, and then Trent Hughes and him collect each other there. Nicholas Maynard didn't pass the cushion protocol test, and he wasn't able to come back out on the racetrack here. James Fountain will round out the 15th place spot here tonight. Unfortunate for him, he gets the unfortunate end of Holden Wheeler there off of turn 2. It'll kill the right front tie rod on that number 24 Chevy Silverado, and that'll end James Fountain's day. He'll get the 15th place spot here tonight. Corey Tesner, 3 wide up the middle there. He was on the outside there, gets loose, tags the outside wall, comes in, hits Nicholas Maynard, and all hell breaks loose, and he gets tagged by Bobby Kyle. Corey Tesner didn't have much damage on his race car, but he'll get pissed off and leave the racetrack here tonight. He'll finish in the 16th place spot. Bobby Kyle in the 777 from Honorsville, Georgia will finish in the final spot here tonight. Unfortunate to call Bobby Kyle involved in the incident, 3 wide with Corey Tesner and Nicholas Maynard. He gets collected into it. It'll end his night and trash the 777 Toyota TRD Tundra. And that'll be the final results here tonight from Chicagoland. This has been the Booty Scoot Racing Channel's Windy City 150. Want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me, the Madness Racing League Truck Series heads on over to Richmond 2 weeks from now. 125 laps for our first short track of the season. Should be one hell of a race. Maybe it's a payback being paid back. Jerry Power sounded like he was not happy with the way that Chase Johnson raced him. We know a couple guys owe each other from a couple weeks ago last season. We'll see how it shakes out here on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel. We'll see you then. Thank you for watching.
Where do you see yourself